Hey you guys, how you doing? This is Coach Jake, and I just wanted to welcome you to the show. It is the Morph Method episode 1, and I'm going to be doing these shows every week. I'm going to try to get one of these shows going, but definitely several times a month I'm going to put out some health topics and discussions around getting healthy. So particularly I'm aiming for people that are over 40, 50 years old. I'm 55 and I am working super hard on longevity and lifestyle and just keeping myself strong and fit and healthy. All right. That's what the nature of the show is all about. And really what I'm looking to do is just kind of shine some light on some of the mindset issues centered around health and fitness. This topic that I'm going to be talking about is a discussion I saw on YouTube between Dr. Chatterjee and Dr. Attia talking about longevity. And one of the discussions was just about how we have this superpower in our modern society where we have this incredible amount of medical technological advances and we're not taking advantage of those. And we also have this abundance of food at our disposal. So before I get into it, let me show you the video that I'm talking about. It's about 3 minutes long of Dr. Attia and Dr. Chatterjee talking about this issue with energy. Here we go.
So in some ways, the human superpower from an energetic standpoint is the capacity for energy storage. We are very efficient at energy storage. That served us incredibly well until relatively recently. When energy became so abundant, energy, of course, in the form of food, that superpower became a detriment. Yeah. And now most people, certainly in the developed world, are overnourished. And we're on the wrong side of the energetic curve. Yeah. Does that mean that we should all aspire to be hunter-gatherers again, where we don't know where our next meal is going to come from? No, it just means we have to understand that with this great privilege came a responsibility. The same is true with movement. Our ancestors didn't deliberately exercise. Yeah. If they saw that there were things like gyms and treadmills, they wouldn't fathom what we were doing. But all of this is a construct we've had to create to compensate for the fact that the modern world has taken the need for all movement out of our lives. So we have to go above and beyond. So maybe if you're listening to this and you're a person who doesn't like exercising, that's fine. But just understand that there's a huge responsibility that comes with living in the modern world to yourself. Yeah. And even though, your ancestors 5 generations back wouldn't exercise, they didn't need to. They didn't need because of what they were doing.
Yeah, and also, I love that line of thinking, because it also means, I think, yes, we need to take responsibility as much as we can within our means, within our, what's possible in our environment. But I often say to patients, if your great-grandparents were here today in this food environment, we'd probably find 78% of them would also be overweight and obese. It's Absolutely. Not a moral failing.
No, not at all.
It was your superpower in a different environment. Now it's your Achilles heel. So it's definitely worth considering. And even this laziness to exercise, we've always kind of been lazy. We've always tried to conserve energy. One of my dreams is to go to a tribe. I wouldn't say it's a dream, a thought experiment with a treadmill. I just wonder what they would think about. What you're on a treadmill for an hour. You're not even going anywhere. What are you doing? It's actually a ridiculous concept.
And it's been done. I mean, anthropologists today, there are still a handful of remaining of hunter-gatherer tribes out there, and everything I have read says that they are in prime energy conserving mode. So when they are not hunting or gathering or moving with deliberate purpose, they're conserving energy as much as possible.
All right, so we're back. So what did you think about that? Because I really do believe that's sort of a paradox. We have this abundance of energy all around us, and yet we're programmed for energy efficiency. And there's a tendency for us to be, somewhat lazy. We are programmed for conserving energy. And you can see how that can get into being a problem in society, where people just maybe aren't aware of the fact that they have this abundance of food all around them, and they have this predisposition to conserve energy. And so both those with some poor habits and some propaganda. So what we got to look at is, what are the influences in society that are really causing this epidemic, right? Because the bar is so low, when we're looking around, we see people all around us that are pretty much, the average American is unfit, unhealthy, carrying extra pounds, and drinking and eating at fast food joints. And we've got this, advertising and marketing apparatus all around us, just influencing us 24/7. We got to start thinking to ourselves, what is it that's going to break us out of this? And so that we can have what I always call the first step in health, which is an aha moment, where you can see that you have been manipulated into your condition, and what you can do to get yourself out of it. So we want to think about this through a lot of different types of lens, like community lens, personal responsibility lens, like family responsibilities, right? Like, what is it that we're responsible for? Is this actually a moral dilemma? And what do you think would be the right way of addressing it? I always believe mindset is the first thing. So you want to kind of become aware of it. And then from there, realizing that you do have this propensity for being lazy. Ultimately, what we want to start thinking about is how we can change our lifestyle. But it really always starts with awareness. And that's why I love these type of videos, because they have a tendency to really kind of make us aware of what it is that is going on in our life that is actually influencing us to be the way that we are. So what do you think about all of this? Leave, any questions or comments below, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. And don't forget to subscribe to my new channel. Like I said, I'm going to be doing these talks every week, and I'm going to be trying to pick out some topics that are somewhat controversial and also educational for you, so that it can help you on your health journey.